Hello, everybody, and welcome
Hello.
back to
Yay!
welcome back to Slime Light Novel Readings. Welcome to 2023.
Woo!
New year, new book, volume
Yay!
10.
Same flavor.
Awesome.
Same flavor.
Yeah.
Welcome to season 4. Should we ever get that far? We know that we're getting season 3, but should we ever get season 4?
What flavor would Rimuru slime taste like? I know
Ramen.
they joke about that in the Slime Diaries show.
It's just pure ramen.
I'm with him
Like,
on
hands
that.
down.
It's just ramen.
Yeah, like that.
Hmm.
That delicious.
Just
Japanese soda
ramen.
flavor.
Just
Mhm.
ramen.
I don't know what that is. I assume
You don't know
is
what
it just
ramen
ramen?
is?
What?
ramen.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
yes,
it's
ramune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese
Clearly-
soda.
Clearly,
see.
he has never. Either you've never been to an
Let me
anime
see.
convention, or you've
Never.
Okay, yeah, that explains it. Or I was gonna say you've never been to the
I mean-
food sections at the anime conventions.
Okay.
Yeah, they're.
Have you been? Okay. Have you been to Publix,
There it is.
Kroger, or Five Below?
Does that bottle look familiar?
They
It's
sell
got like
ramen
a mark on the
at
side.
Kroger's.
Yes.
Dope,
I guess it depends
You
on.
gotta go-
Yeah, they haven't
well,
like the.
it depends
Asian
on the size of the
thing.
Kroger. Honestly,
dude. I'm gonna
Yeah, they
straight
do.
up be
Mhm.
drinking.
Sometimes you can find
It's
Kalpis.
blue.
Guys.
Kalpis is awesome. I love
Guys,
Kalpis.
I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be drinking like mostly lemonade, and it's just
Mhm.
I'm on a mostly lemonade and liquid diet. I will say
Yes.
that the one thing about getting a kidney stone is that I have been drinking like mostly liquids this whole time, and I have lost a lot of weight. I am down to like 204. So
Ooh.
yeah,
I guess
on the
there's anything
BMI
on it.
scale, I have dropped below the obese level, and I'm now down to just like the overweight level. So I'm actually getting close to dropping under the
Ow.
200.
Yeah.
The 200 weight. Like my kind of immediate goal is to get to like 185. Like that was already like my kind of
You're
like
almost
my
there,
immediate
right?
goal. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty. I'm getting like pretty damn close to hitting that. And
I mean, that's good. I mean,
I
turning
thought
it-
it was going to be a much further goal. It's definitely looking a lot more immediate, but part of that is just weight
at least
loss
that's on
from
the
like
right side of things.
part of
I
that
don't-
is just
yeah.
weight loss because I was like I've the side effect of having
a kidney stone.
a kidney stone is that I
It's
couldn't
not the way you probably would want to go, but
yeah, I just couldn't hold food. I was queasy. I couldn't hold food down, so it was like,
Mhm.
okay. And so I had to get nausea medicine. I had to take nausea medicine, and I could only have pretty much just a liquid diet. So it was like water and lemonade, and that was basically it. Clear liquids. Could not hold food down. But, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, on the 22nd, 3 days before Christmas, my body decided to give me a kidney stone, and that's what I've been dealing with. If you didn't come by on Christmas Day, I did a stream, 12-hour stream of Breath of the Wild. I know it's a long ass stream, so if you didn't check all that out, it was a fun stream. It was just kind of a fun run stream, you know, just chilling, playing Breath of the Wild. I may continue that
Funyun stream?
if there's demand for the Funyun stream. Dude, I fucking don't say that word. I can't have Funyuns again until I'm not allowed to eat Funyuns until I'm at least down to 170. Bro, I can't have that kind of junk food. Are you kidding me? Fuck.
it just
Why
puts
do
way too much on.
Why do you have to mention all the good foods that are gonna add like weight to me? I can't. Man.
Pizza.
Jesus Christ. I'm alive. I've been ASMR'd with pizza.
Eric,
Uh,
finally got that.
I hate you, man. I fucking hate you.
Spaghetti.
man.
Like, here's the thing. I'm allowed to have those
Spaghetti.
things, but like once a
Mhm.
month is like the like I don't have that 20-year-old metabolism anymore, motherfucker. I'm about to be 41.
I'm in that range. I'm
I'm
starting to move out of that range a little bit. I'm middle of that.
I am 14 days away from turning 41. So you can go fuck
real
off.
estate.
I
that was a good sound.
I am I am 14 days away from my birthday, you asshole. Like,
Happy early
I might
Happy
just
early
get one out
birthday!
that way.
yeah, they're like, oh
Yeah.
man, you gotta have cake, and I'm like, no, can't now.
No.
He
anymore.
can look at cake. He can get a whiff of a candy
I can
store.
get a
and that's
whiff
it.
of I can get a whiff of cake.
You can snort the whipped cream, and that's it. Really, it.
Hey, EC, thank you for the 8 months.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Thank
That's
you for
all
the
he
tier
can
1.
do.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
Snort
dude,
the frosting.
I tell you what, if I pass this motherfucking kidney stone, I'll have a slice of cake. You goddamn right I will.
I have some
Yeah,
ice cream with it
yeah.
too. Ice cream
I'll
cake.
tell you what, I'll do the old school red versus blue birthday. Happy birthday, fucker! You're 1 year closer to death. Why not have some cake and speed the process up a little bit? Like, yeah, I'll do
Because
it
you
that
only
way.
live once.
Oh man, yeah. But I'd at least. My thing is, I'd at least like to live to 60, dude. You know, at least
To 60?
get to that. Yeah. If I can get at least
Yeah.
another 19 years out of this, I'm okay.
Hello.
I feel for you.
Get another 19 years out of this life. At least live long
Do what I
enough to
gotta
make
do.
something. At least live long enough to like possibly create something, and live long enough to see it like thrive. And I don't mean like a fucking human being. I'm not talking about like create a human being and see it thrive.
Yeah, you're talking
No,
about
no.
like your projects and stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
so, like make a project long enough. And I'm not talking about create a fucking One Piece. No. God.
I mean, on the plus side, you made this channel. You got a lot of people
be
involved.
fair-
You got a lot of
I
people
didn't
talking
make
about stuff.
no. I did not make this channel. This channel existed way
Oh.
before I got here.
Oh, gotcha. So you kind of
Yeah,
took
yeah.
the reins.
Technically, you were part of making part of a One Piece.
I helped
Mm.
I helped expand this channel. I did not
Still
make
part
Fat
of it.
Dog. Let's
You
Still-
expanded
nix
it.
that. Let's nix that before that. I helped expand and grow this channel, but I don't want that false. I don't want that false statement going around there. I did not help make Fat Dog. I am not a founder of Fat Dog. Fat Dog existed well before I got here. But yeah. I hope everybody had a happy holiday. I hope they were able to enjoy their
good.
holiday. Well, I mean, the good thing is, before everything was going down, I was kind of having a mental panic, and then I had my body decided, it was like, hey, you know all that psychological shit that you're going through?
Mm.
Well, you need to ignore that because here comes the physical. It's like, well,
Oh,
you don't have
no.
time for that anymore because the body. It's like,
Mhm.
and
Your
so-
brain is doing things, but your body also is
but
now.
it
So
was
that
like,
needs
it
attention.
was like, well, boy, are you right about that? Because boy, did I forget about all that mental shit real fast. Let me tell you.
Called the kidney
Amazing what'll
stone.
get you there, you know?
Man, nothing like a kidney stone to take your mind off of all that bullshit your
To
brain.
get rid of your anxiety.
Yeah,
Jesus
boy,
Christ.
boy, your anxiety and your depression mean absolutely nothing when you experience like real physical pain. Boy, let me tell you, it's like, oh shit, all these worries and anxieties about the future and shit that's happening like 3, 4, 5 months in the future that you are just stressing yourself out about right now that you have no control over. Oh shit. Now you understand just how meaningless putting yourself through all this immense worry is over nothing. Like, I have no control over it. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it right now to change any of that shit. Why was I stressing myself out over all of this shit? Why was I going in this complete circle, this endless cycle of nonsense? Like, I knew how stupid it was, and I couldn't stop it. And then my body just gave myself a kidney stone. I figured to just make it stop. It was just like,
It's
it was just
try
like,
not to
it was-
bother with that stuff to begin
my
with.
body was just like, all right, this is how we're gonna hit the brakes, and that was
It's
Okay,
the only
reset.
way.
Kidney
Yeah.
stone.
it was like basically It was just like it just dropped a rock in there. It was like, all right, this is how we gonna do it. And I was like, all right, yeah. And that reset everything. So now I'm in pain, but I'm happy.
Until you actually pass it, and then, or until
No.
you get to the process.
No, because now I've
Mhm.
it reset my brain.
You mean that? Oh, okay. I thought you meant physically too.
No, like I passed
Physically,
it.
I
It's
think
not
it's
gonna.
Oh, I thought you didn't. Oh, you talked earlier.
I have not
okay.
passed it.
No.
I have
Oh,
not
yeah,
it's
that's
still
what I
there. Yeah.
I know where it's at now. It's no longer in the kidney. It's in the
Nah.
bladder. It's just waiting to get out, and that's not going to be the fun part.
I hope that's not going to be today.
Yeah. Oh no, it
Luckily,
might
it's
be
not.
today.
Oh God.
Oh, it might be today.
What's the protocol? Do we just have to cut stream off if that happens, or are we just reading?
No, I pee
Okay.
it. I have to step away and pee it out.
Okay.
That's it.
It's not the size of a golf ball, dude.
Luckily, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
God, that would
dude,
be
if
terrifying.
if it was, they'd have
Yeah,
noticed
that's surgery.
If it was, they'd have noticed it when I went to the ER and they did a CT scan on it. They
Yeah,
knew what
that's-
size
that's
it
a little
was,
hard to
and they
miss.
gave me all the stuff and the medicine and everything that I needed, and they were like, "Yeah, you should just be able to pee it out." And I was like, "All right, cool." And the reason I've
Yeah.
been drinking all this lemonade and stuff was to, like, the acid from it slowly tears it away, so
Dissolves
it's not
it.
all.
That's a smart. Yeah, that's a
So
smart
it's
thing. That's
like
cool. I didn't know that.
I've been drinking lemonade for like a week and a half to like slowly.
You're also helping
break
it move
apart.
along too. Yeah.
Has it been helping?
Well, no, not that. To make it smoother and not as spiky, so that it doesn't
Mhm.
tear up my effing urethra as it goes through. That
That
way,
Yeah.
that way
Yeah,
it's more of a sphere when it goes out my pee pee and not a big old spiky boy.
Slime hops.
I don't-
Reamer-
Reamer.
Jesus motherfucker.
Oh.
Sorry, you guys. I know the light novel stream turned into Richie's surprise lemonade.
Here, let us
walk-
explain how a
Yeah.
fucking kidney stone works and how you get it out of your body in exquisite
And what
detail.
here are
Let me tell you-
here are
Here's this 3D
Richie.
diagram.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you.
Here
Let
are
me tell you
Richie's
why.
top five tips of how to deal with a kidney stone.
Let me tell you.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
hey. Considering that age is not a factor and that you can get a kidney stone anytime.
Mhm.
That's true.
This is shit. This is important shit to know. Gender
is
and
important
age
shit to know.
do not apply.
hmm
Also, important health tips for all you out there. This is why it's very important that you don't overdo it on the salts, the energy drinks, and
soda.
the sodas, and
Mhm.
don't overdo it on the pills, kids. That
Pills
also includes this shit. Don't overdo it on like your vitamins.
Vitamins.
Yeah.
hmm
Because I'm pretty sure that's how that shit happened to me. I overdid it on the vitamins. That might have been how it happened to me. I don't know.
Hard
Here's
to say.
the
There's
here's the
multiple
crazy
reasons.
here's the crazy thing. I have to pee it out and then take it to the urologist and they examine it for them to be able to figure the fuck out what happened.
hmm
So that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hear that
Well,
satisfying tink. There it is.
Yeah. Well,
We did it.
try and figure it out. Anyway.
It's like the Super Mario, like da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I got it.
Achievement
no.
unlocked. Kidney stone pass.
No. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. I'm just like, no.
No.
Today's stream is
but-
brought to you by Lemonade.
I hate it.
Whose brand of lemonade
To
though?
the pinhead.
Actually, it's probably like Simply Lemonade or something. They make
Yeah,
really good
maybe.
lemonade.
I enjoy their lemonade.
Well, right now I'm doing Minute Maid no sugar. So
That was the other one I was thinking.
Sorry, I'm trying to get people in.
I think
They
we're
can.
missing something.
yeah, when I went to the ER, I was at a pain level of 8, and that was on the 22nd, and I
On a scale
literally-
of
1 to 10.
okay, just making sure.
It's the universal scale.
I would,
The hospitals.
I would assume, but I just want to be sure.
They only do a pain scale of 10 at all hospitals.
Yeah.
It's not on
I've never
it's
had
not
to
a
worry about
pain
that.
scale of 8 out of 100, dude.
I don't know.
It's
Like
a
I said,
pain
I've never had to deal with a pain scale thing, so.
it's a pain scale
Oh,
of
with the faces.
it's a pain
Yeah.
scale of 1 to 10, and I don't go to the ER for anything that's not a 6.
Mm.
Like, if it's a 5, I'm fine.
Mm.
If it's not a
Well, it doesn't
6
help
or
that everything's
higher,
more
Walk it off.
expensive.
if it's not a 6 or higher, I'm not going to the ER.
Mm. It is very, very expensive. So
Well, I thought that the VA covered everything, but let me tell you what I got for New Year's.
We fucking hate the American.
I got a bill from radiology. That
At
was
least.
the only thing. That was the only thing the VA didn't cover. I got a bill from radiology. So literally, the CT scan that they did on my my stomach to locate and figure out that it was kidney stone. Literally, just a literal 1 minute CT scan was $1,200. That's what they charged me for.
Yep. Expensive as hell.
There's no reason for that.
None.
No.
VA helping with medical? No, the VA did help with medical.
No, that's what he's saying. Ha ha. VA helping with medical. Ha 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 ha. It's a thing.
Yeah. Oh.
But they do.
I'm viewing medical as all of it because all of it goes into keeping your ass alive. So
I do have VA health coverage, and most of that was covered VA healthcare and insurance and stuff like that. So most of my ER visits would be covered with that. That's just they covered all your dad's cancer treatment. There you go. How in the hell did it not cover radiology? That's just dumb as hell, right? Well,
they probably applied it as a
easy,
cosmetic.
I
thing.
don't. Your
It's a
government pays for all your stuff. I don't want to hear you complain about our system.
I do like how what was it? They classified a lot of tooth stuff for a while as cosmetic surgeries, and it's like, bro, you need your teeth to eat and survive.
The teeth are literally the gateway to the body.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. It just makes me sad because they classify it as that.
Also,
anyway.
here's the bullshit about your teeth. Your tooth health is connected to your heart health.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Because your blood, your mouth has a lot of vessels. If you don't take care of your mouth.
And every person, for the most part, has teeth that have to be removed. They're called wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And mine weren't removed, and I have problems because of it. Yeah. Anyway, that having been said, on those lovely depressive notes, I was just the point was, guys, if I have to get up and go to the restroom because I have to get up and pee a lot, you know why? I'm having to drink a lot because I'm having to try and pass a kidney stone. So that's why.
Yahoo.
This whole long run-on sentence was basically, I'm drinking a lot, so I may have to get up and pee a lot because I'm trying to pass a fucking kidney stone.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So probably not that much reading then from you, or I'm assuming it's
probably not from me. No. Yeah.
That's fair.
I'll try and cover as much ground as I can.
Just really quickly.
MVP Shem over here.
I'll try.
MVP Shem. Speaking of MVP,
It's a good thing I finally got everything situated.
Speaking of
finally
MVP
getting back
Shem,
to.
Ladies and gentlemen of the congregation.
Haven't done that for a while.
Open your books to the beginning.
I almost fell.
Yeah.
I could feel my chair.
No,
tip.
fell is in Arizona.
how you
He's
know you're
getting
good.
rained on.
Ah,
No, that's the crazy part. The West Coast is just getting dunked.
oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're
Not
talking
today,
about
but
they're talking about flooding and mudslides over there.
Oh fuck.
They're getting
kind of where I
like
live,
it's crazy because they were like drought advisories, and now they're just getting dunked on with water. It's bad.
Yeah.
But the good news is all the water reservoirs are getting refilled. So,
Mhm.
That's nice.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a benefit.
that is a
More
benefit.
water.
Unfortunately,
Mhm.
unfortunately, there's going to be flood advisories very soon.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And poor Shem, poor Shem. You and Wraith, you're about to get dunked on with snow.
I mean, luckily with my stuff, I can work
I
from
want
home, but it still
snow.
sucks.
Mhm.
So it's been unreal here, dude. Like, there was a day that was where -2 was the high,
I'm just
and that
saying.
sucked.
I'm just saying, bro.
It was like,
If you want
ooh.
snow,
Mm.
if you want snow, move to Colorado.
You can have it. You can have it. I don't want it. Here, have it.
Yeah,
Take it all.
we got snow for like a week.
I tell you
and I was
what,
fortunate
man.
Actually, there were a couple days before that, but yeah.
I
It's
tell you
mostly
what,
the
Moon.
snow I'm fine with.
I tell you what,
Ice.
Moon. Move to
Ice.
Colorado. Move to Colorado. They have snow.
If you do, I know a lot of good places to eat.
They have snow and weed.
Can't do weed.
And snowy weed.
And
Probably.
and snowy weed. Yeah.
I still can't do weed.
I mean,
Well, we're
That's
talking
okay.
about
We got
Shem,
other
not
things.
you.
What?
I mean, you can also
What?
go to Kansas. They're getting a lot of snow too.
Why is Kansas getting snow?
What do you mean?
'Cause it's
Why is
Kansas.
Kansas getting snow?
The
I thought
Arctic
it's in-
blast.
How far north is Kansas?
Way farther north than you.
I suppose.
Arctic blast.
Because they're in the middle of the country and they're the ones getting hit with the Arctic blasts.
Oh,
Yep.
I thought Kansas was a okay.
Lucky
Look, I
Shem
don't know
is
where
a
shit's
Yeti.
at. I failed geology, okay, or geography.
That's
whatever.
okay.
Fuck.
They are.
Geography.
Kansas is north of Oklahoma.
Okay,
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
they're.
I failed geography.
They are directly. Well, this is another reason why you should play where in the USA is Carmen San Diego.
I have.
Yeah.
I have,
Or,
and I suck at it.
Or just go pull up the Yakko's the whole world according to Yakko.
That
Once again,
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru,
Yeah, there you go.
Republic Dominican,
Yeah,
Cuba,
just do it.
Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto
That's
Rico,
because-
Colombia,
okay,
Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still.
Again, the problem is you're giving him the world according to Yakko. What
Yes,
you should
that's
be
true.
doing is giving him the wacko states
Oh,
and
the Wacko
capitals.
states.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
one. That's the one. you
yeah.
need. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Juneau is in Alaska. Then there's Lincoln in Nebraska.
Yeah, that's the one
then-
you need. I mixed them up.
Okay.
Oh, South Dakota has Pierre.
Literally, Kansas is the middle of
Of
the
that great
fucking
clam chowder.
country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
It's where Emiru is from.
Amy.
Emiru.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Cool.
so we should probably do some actual reading, guys. Here's the thing: we're probably we're not actually gonna try to get through all of chapter 1 tonight. We're purposely just trying to hang out for a bit.
Well, we also have the prologue too, but still.
That's part of it.
And your condition.
Well, I mean, my condition's not the highlight. We are gonna try and get into chapter 1 and do some reading in chapter 1, but also, it's been a while. We're catching up. We're hanging
Yeah.
out.
It's
Yep.
been a month. We're
Yep.
just having fun.
It's been
I haven't done one of these for a couple
it's been 2.5.
months.
It's been at least 2 weeks since we've talked to Shem.
It feels
Yes.
like a month.
Yeah, I haven't
Been a
on
month for
anything.
me.
I've been hanging out with my friends and working and doing what I gotta do. And by turns of that, I've been doing a lot of Warhammer painting and a lot of Pokemon.
Yay! What army?
Eh.
What army?
Tau. Been collecting
You
orcs though. So
Fucking stereotype. Okay.
you can say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Fucking
Say it.
weeaboo!
Good. Do it. I'm glad
Blueberry
you
weeaboo
Eh.
ass!
And
said it. Hey,
how
hey,
far
hey,
are you
hey.
in Pokemon?
Space
I beat it.
weebs for life!
Oh.
Oh, you beat it? I'm getting
Yeah, I
through
mean,
the Area
it's
Zero
complex,
stuff
so
now. I've been doing
It's
it very
fun.
slow.
I like it.
There's a couple
I've
other
beaten
things.
the whole thing, so.
There's a couple other things that I'm
Mhm.
going to be working on this
Mhm.
year that I've got to cast people for. I've also there's also there's also another crazy thing that just opened up.
Hmm.
I was going to talk about this behind the scenes, but fuck it, why not the other? Hey Moon,
Yes.
Yes.
you want to go ahead and just start watching Konosuba?
I would be down.
Oh, the actual reaction for the show.
No, here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. I mean, I could just pitch this to whoever, but I lost my writer for Konosuba Abridged.
Oh, cool.
I lost my co-writer for Konosuba Abridged.
I gotcha.
Yeah, the Dash Tales stepped down, and nothing nefarious, guys. He's just, he's focusing on his professional voiceover career, and I don't blame him for that because he's like legit
And life.
he's like legit getting roles, and also life because he has a wife now. He
That is
got
fair.
married,
That's totally
and he has
fair.
like he has a brand new wife. He just recently got married.
Wait. Can he still call himself a weeb if he has not only a girlfriend but a wife?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
You can have
Okay,
a weeb
fine.
wife.
I
Fuck
don't mean
the
that- I don't know.
memes.
Yeah,
God.
I don't know if that
Yes.
directly translates that.
It's a meme, okay?
God.
God.
You can have a weeb wife.
I guess it's more of a Reddit meme than.
Here's the thing. What
Yep.
if you married a weeb as well? What if you're
Weeb
both
squared.
What if you're both
I
What if you're
have
both
3
fucking
responses for
weebs?
that.
What if you're both fucking weebs?
I have 3
Yep.
responses for that. Which one is the least offensive is the problem.
Weef?
Oh my god.
Weef? What if you married your waifu?
Yeah. Weeb wage.
Lord, how
And
did
you're
Which
you
one?
about
tie
that-
yourself
and
into
if you're
that
about
anime?
and you're about that waifu. If your waifu
Which one?
cosplays, if your wife cosplays your waifu,
Oh.
Yeah, marry her
That's
on the
kinda
spot.
nice.
Like,
here's
That's kinda hot.
no, not just cosplays your waifu, but cosplays your waifu in bed.
oh,
That is kind of cool. That's a nice thought.
I know.
Fuck
I just
yeah.
turned into a fucking fortune cookie. I just ended that with in
Just
bed.
blown your mind.
hell yeah.
Do you
I mean,
guys do
Giga
that?
is
Do you guys
very,
do that
like,
too? You in
no,
fortune cookies? Like when you read your fortune cookies? Do you
In
think that
bed
it's in
all the
bed?
fucking time.
Alright, I'm not the only idiot. That
I mean,
does
I
that.
haven't had
There
fortune
was
cookie in
one
so
I
long.
got that was, you will find a great surprise in bed. I wonder what that's gonna be, guys.
It's a grenade.
Oh,
Yep.
By the way, I need to point this one out in case you guys haven't
Mm.
done that. I did spend quite a bit of time checking out new channels and stuff.
New
On
channels. Ooh.
new Twitch channels.
Oh.
I'm going to recommend one to you guys.
Cool.
Mhm.
I recently got acquainted with a Destiny Twitch streamer,
Mm.
a VTuber Destiny Twitch streamer
Ooh.
Mm.
called Fangs, and her
Oh,
channel's
cool. Okay.
her channel's hilarious. I will send you to her. Nude channels? No.
I also kind of heard that.
NEW.
Well, I guess
New-
throw out Project Melody
Yeah.
then.
New
Jeez.
Twitch
Yeah.
channel. No, new Twitch channel. But yeah, I joined her. I joined her server.
What's her full channel name? It's like Fang something.
Yeah. FANGZ. She's
Fangs.
going to be away because she's
Is
visiting
it Two
her.
Fangs?
No, hang on. I'll just. Send
There's
you-
a lot of people named Fangs.
I'll just hang on. one
Oh,
second.
I see her. Okay, she's the cool, like, smirky white-haired
That was the first one that popped up for me, yeah.
dummy demon does streaming.
I'll
Yeah.
just wait until Richie, puts a link somewhere, and then I'll click that.
I got it. I think that's her. If not, that's okay.
I
Guess when I
got the
looked at, so-
5,000 IQ.
I
quote
love
is here.
her. I love her like little warlock character, and especially like her little ghost and stuff. Her sound alerts are fucking phenomenal too. Her sound and video alerts are fucking hilarious. I also
Every time I see a VTuber, I want to get like excited and make a VTuber model. I really
Yeah,
want to.
me
her
too.
VTuber model's really
That'd be
really
kind of cool.
I also
Yeah. Did she get it commissioned or did she make it herself?
She has like
I guess you know.
There's also like the whole I think it's pulled directly from Fortnite, but like Zavala doing the gritty.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's not the one. That's a default dance.
He's just trying to hit the gritty for Ukraine.
Ooh, mustache.
But it's because of that. It's because of that literally I went into my own sound alerts for my channel and redid all my sound alerts. So I fixed my sound alerts.
Cool.
And so I have a shit ton of sound alerts that are Destiny specific. And now, goddamn, they're so stupid funny. They're so dumb funny, and I'm here for it. It's a lot of really silly shit, and I love it. It's silly shit like Shax saying it's the whole Shax thing like what do you mean you can't concentrate when I'm yelling? Relax. You know that whole shit.
I received a friend this holiday. He is here.
Good stuff.
He is a good friend.
Yeah, it is the one.
The
I
fortune
thought,
cookie
okay.
fortune. Oh, there you go.
I'm coming for you, Sonic.
But there you go.
What is?
I'm sorry, I
It's
gave
just a
fortune
Pikmin.
cookies.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
nice.
a little Pikmin guy. Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll retaliate.
Yep. No.
He's a little
You cannot
beat up.
escape.
But yeah,
You're a corpse.
I have made more friends. I have made more friends in the Destiny streaming community. So
That's good.
I'm hoping that because I'm doing that, when I start back streaming, which should be in the next day or so, on Destiny, get some good shit going on. The story content for this season has been phenomenal. It's been really, really good.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to play through it, and also I thought I had a stuffed animal.
Yeah, I'm
I
terrible at
don't.
Destiny.
I've got like 3 other figures I could shove at my camera, but
Do it. Show me Mortarion again.
Mortarion?
Show me the power.
The power.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
going in there to
actually.
grab that mod.
Yeah. Good.
I can show off that.
You're a Schnurgle, man.
So yeah,
Instead, you guys get
I
a
miss Ichigo.
peacock.
I'm gonna go get a water real quick.
Ichigo Lemonade. I really like her model. There he is. There's a sentry.
the other thing,
Could we ever get her? I don't know if she'd be able to do that.
the other thing that's fucking phenomenal, that's been going on when I can't sit and stream and sit in front of my computer, I've been lying down up there and reading Devil is a Part-Timer. So I've been having a lot of fun reading Devil is a Part-Timer. I'm on volume 15 right now, so I highly recommend that series. Really, really good.
I've mostly just been watching Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
I haven't finished it though, but
I finished
up.
up 1,000-Year Blood War. Really
Is it
looking
good?
forward to July.
That's the Bleach movie, right?
No, that's the Bleach series that looks
Yeah.
like a movie.
Yeah, that's
Wait a
right.
minute, someone asked
13
for
episodes.
Foxy.
You're not making it do the jump scare enough.
Uh,
You have to like shove it against the screen, doing that. The really horrible sound
I'm
effects.
sorry. Somebody said
Like
Foxy.
which one?
Somebody said Foxy, and I didn't see any titties. So this is already wrong.
Hey, that is fair.
Yeah.
I can fix that. Here we go.
I can fix that.
There you
Now
go.
that's Foxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
You want a squid,
Foxy
a fallen
ladies.
angel, or a gay man?
Who's the gay
that.
man?
None of that sounded Foxy. I didn't hear titties any of that. So
They all involve tits. Do you want a squid, a fallen angel, or a gay man? Pick one.
Gamer.
see, I heard
A
tentacles.
gamer. Huh?
Okay, you heard gay man. So the
I heard a gamer.
bitch out of bitch is back. Stone Cold
yeah, that's the-
Sober, as a matter of fact.
There's no titties.
Oh, you have a Funko
Huh.
Pop.
There's no
Hold
titties.
on,
There
do I
were
have
no
anything?
titties in that. See,
So I found.
Chest.
Hold on.
All tit is tit.
no.
Huh.
My disappointment is unmeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So I'm curious. I'm curious if either of you or any of you have ever heard of Skittle liquid water enhancer? Sort of.
No.
You mean flame?
I found this when I was
My
at
old
Walmart the other day.
Oh,
Space
boy.
Yoko figure. Here
And
you go.
they have the
There
wild
we go.
berry
There you
flavor
go.
as well.
Better.
Power.
Fucking,
Yeah, there we go.
That is.
Pretty sure.
She's cool.
That's
my
the
Space
adult
Yoko
one,
figure.
Yeah,
right?
but the
Yeah,
problem
my
is,
Space Yoko figure.
but the problem is that
Beautiful.
Yoko's 14, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to jail.
Hey.
Not this one. This
At
one's the
that
one
No,
where
point
she's
in the
yeah,
the-
no, not that one.
She's an adult.
She's the space
Oh,
one. Yeah, she's the
okay,
space
yeah,
one.
and that one she's.
Now
That's
we're
the
good.
space version. Yeah, this one's the cool one.
Okay.
Yeah, Shem,
okay.
have you seen this?
Thank
So
God,
it's
I don't
free
have to hear.
game.
What is
It's-
that?
Thank God,
It's
I don't have
Skittles,
to hear
water and flavor enhancing.
FBI.
Water
Skittle
and flavor enhancer. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You can put it in your water.
I don't have
Yeah,
to
and
hear
then it flavors
FBI
your
open
throat.
up.
Speaking of water, I'll be right back.
Yes.
I
I've
have
had
a
this one
clear
for a long
bottle so
time
everyone
now,
can
so
see that I'm not
Pretty
just.
cool.
So I think you put like a squirt or two.
Teacher Yoko is hotter.
A little bit. I probably put a little more than normal because it's actually technically only supposed to be like 9 to 12 ounces. This is like 16 ounces, so I'm going to do a little both, too.
I've got a lot of stuff on this shelf.
Actually, this one probably has a little less in there. There you go. And then I shake the bottle.
Water.
And then Hawkeye.
I could do
involved in it. I just-
flavored water because
I
I'm
can show you
an
my
asshole.
big ass head Megatron. There he is.
Oh, that's genuine. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That is
he's
actually
a little
kinda
wind-up
cool.
guy. Yeah,
Get yourselves
from
a
McDonald's.
tankard, guys.
Okay,
He just and
guys.
he goes like.
Shem,
Yeah.
it is time for
Yes.
you to start reading.
We have
Yes, sir.
lost the stream for a second.
Yep.
It actually does taste like Skittles,
Central.
for the record.
All right.
Cool.
Skittle. I mean, I hope it tastes like Skittles. If it tastes like
Yeah,
anything
if
else,
it
you
did-
can
I have to
consider
breathe.
it.
Said anything about alcohol?
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Go.
Should I go ahead and just read the prologue?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I have to
Prologue. Those who set things in motion. The boy let out a resigned, exasperated sigh. You sure look depressed about something. Is there a problem? He was asking a man wearing an asymmetrical mask, Laplace, a magic-born and member of the Moderate Jesters, a man that Yuki Kakurazaka, the boy facing him now, counted as someone he trusted. You could say that. I got an invite, so I stopped by to pay a visit. But I'm telling you, my jaw practically hit the floor. I suppose you could say it was a big hit to my confidence, or that I thought we needed to reconsider our plans. Reconsider our plans. Kazalim, the ex-demon lord, now passing herself off as Yuki's secretary, Kagali, repeated the words right back at Laplace. Right. A depressed-looking Yuki replied. I'm thinking we don't want to get on that slime's bad side if we can help it. So why not retain a close relationship then? I'm set to explore those ruins before long, so I assumed we would stay on friendly terms for the time being. No, the plan's still the same as always. It's just that now it's gotten a lot harder. And why is that? You keep it cool, don't make any waves, and nobody's gonna get hurt, right? Laplace was no fool either. Given how his friend Clayman was no longer alive, he did have a bone to pick with Rimuru, but he wasn't willing to defy their boss, Yuki's orders, just to start a fight. And Laplace wasn't alone. Footman and Tyr had the same opinion, and as leader of the Jesters, Gali understood well enough the dangers of letting emotion drive your behavior. In this world, the supreme rule was survival of the fittest. Through their shared experiences, Laplace and his team had learned that nothing good comes from taking reckless action before victory was assured. Not only did Clayman completely fail to obtain his revenge against the Demon Lord Leon, he even died in the attempt. Thanks to that. Oh, thank you. Thanks to that, even the former Kazalim returned among them. The Moderate Jesters were right back where they started from, and they decided to open hostilities against the Demon Lord Rimuru at this point. Revenge against Leon would be the least of their worries. They all understood that, and so the Jesters bade their time, just as Yuki ordered. But when Yuki informed them of a problem, well, on that note, I think that's gotten a little difficult for us too, Yuki said. Meaning, it's looking like that slime is starting to suspect something with us. What? Hang on. Did you do something to make him catch you out? Laplace asked. Don't be silly, Laplace. Unlike you, the boss would never make a mistake like that. You're right. I don't know anybody nearly as wary as our boss here. I sincerely doubt he did anything ill-advised. The eternally careful Yuki seemed to be suggesting he was the one at fault, but Laplace's response was quickly shot down by Tyr and Footman. That was the sort of respect Yuki had earned from the jesters. Calm down, guys, rebuked Kigali, their leader. It's no mistake Sir Yuki here made. The slime was quite cautious indeed. As it turned out, facing up to him myself, I could tell there's nobody else like him. He made me feel like my whole body was being watched, like I couldn't let my guard down for a moment. I couldn't fully suss out the force he has to work with, but he's a formidable one, no doubt. Having gone toe-to-toe with Rimuru... I know, I read that too. Please don't say it, don't think it. Having gone toe-to-toe against Rimuru once before, Kigali was able to instinctually feel the danger the slime presented. He wasn't even equal or Leon's equal in terms of strength, but that ability to see and react to everything in the world was a threat she felt. Yuki nodded at her. No, I think that's Slime, the Demon Lord Rimuru. I think he's a menace. One of the leaders of the council was there, and one of our main sources of funding, and he met his intellectual match pretty quickly with him. He's crafty, he's careful, and he's merciless against his foes. Normally, he's kind and gentle, but get him riled up, and there's no controlling him, you could say. And since I tried and failed to use that man, it's a little surprise I'm under suspicion. He shrugged. Well, yeah, boss, but whatever he thinks about you, we ain't got evidence, does he? Or he ain't got evidence, does he? So just go with it and play it normal, and he can't do nothing about that, right? There's no physical evidence, no, but you know, I'm the one who leaked the fate of Shizu to Hinata, and that's some pretty damning circumstantial evidence, I bet. Plus, at the very end, he rounded up all his people to discuss their future direction, but I guess Rimuru chose that meeting to round up all his suspects, too. It's pretty fair to assume that our cover's been blown. Oh my. The group looked on, distressed, as they listened to Yuki's rundown. Kigali, unsurprisingly, was the first to recover. Given her Demon Lord roots and experience with life or death situations, she'd always be the quickest on her feet. Fair enough, but it was bound to happen sooner or later, wasn't it? That slime truly is a threat. So how should we revise our plan, boss? Well, we'll stay on the quiet side like before. As long as Rimuru has nothing damning against us, I doubt he'll decide to get openly hostile. He might look like he's playing it all by ear, but he's actually a pretty meticulous leader. I'm sure he's worked out everything he stands to gain and lose. Alright, him telling us about the ancient ruins was probably his way of feeling out how we'd react then. His way of saying, try anything funny and I won't go easy. I think you're right. People have a way of changing their minds on you. They even have a way or a saying for it. Yesterday's foe is today's friend. So, if we can make him think that now's not the time to fight, no matter what's changed, I call that a victory for us. Yuki looked around at his companions, gauging their reactions. So, we're gonna stay buddy-buddy with him? We could easily make him do our bidding, if that's your take, boss. Very well. Or, we can easily make him do our bidding, but if that's your take, boss. Very well. How stupid are you, Footman? We're having all this trouble because we can't do that. Nah. I get where Footman's coming from, you know? It'd annoy anyone if some new guys treat you like dirt. Thing is, maybe we could win in an all-out war, but they even got Veldora on their side. I don't see much point in betting against the odds right this minute, you get me? Exactly. So it's best for us to quit overthinking this and just follow our orders from the... Exactly. So it's best for us to quit overthinking this and just follow our bosses, or our orders from our boss and our director. Isn't that what they asked us from the beginning? And I've got no problem with their takes either. The three jesters seemed less than enthused, but were still in agreement with their boss's general direction. Once he was assured of that, Yuki nodded at Kigali. True power in the Western nations was largely claimed by the two factions, the Holy Empire Libellius and the Western Holy Church they backed, and the Council of the West, the parent organization of the Free Guild, not to mention the Rozo family that ruled the council's core. Now Tempest, governed by the Demon Lord Rimuru, was part of that mix. And now that he was fresh from the Tempest Founders Festival, Yuki had come to realize just how foolish it was to rile Rimuru. I was a little worried, though. If I declared that I wasn't going to fight Rimuru, would these guys be willing to meekly accept that? The thought had occurred to Yuki, but it appeared to be baseless. Kazuma might have acted differently, but losing the Leon once had taught Kagali a little prudence. Jesters had been working to realize their ambitions for years. To them, patience was already a virtue. To Yuki, it didn't seem like any of his faithful companions were hasty enough to thoughtlessly go out of control. I'm glad to see that, he said with a smile. Now I think I'll let you take over the work I had assigned to Damrata. Meaning the classified goods? What? Leaving that work to us? Are you sure, boss? This instantly unnerved the three jesters. Yuki kept smiling at them. Mm-hmm. You can handle that, right? Oh, you're on, boss. You're just worried that we'll get out of control and start a bunch of crap, aren't you? Well, no way we're gonna. Even if we think we can win in a fight, we ain't gonna so much as lift a finger, I swear to you. Right. Even Clayman lost his cool at the last minute, after all. If we made the same mistake, I wouldn't be able to rib him for it in the afterlife. True enough, acting from a place of anger only leads to mistakes. As the angry jester of this bunch, that's something I'd be particularly prudent to remember. The Demon Lord Leon swore revenge against him someday, but I think that someday will need to wait. The trio each reassured Yuki with their own choice of words. He gave them a light nod. You've matured more than I thought, Yuki muttered, before recalling something else. By the way, the mention of classified goods reminded me. Rimuru brought the children I took in over to Tempest, didn't he? Ah, yes, the one Shizue Azawa prevented us from reaching. Right, those. He had a built-in excuse wanting them to see the festival and all, but thinking about it, he really does suspect me, doesn't he? Which is fine, I just can't get what he said off my mind. He paused for a moment. The children were growing stronger and stronger. That was no doubt because of what the Demon Lord Rimuru did to save them, and while he said it was a secret, he led on to Yuki that he wanted the kids to learn more about the spirits within them. He kind of glossed over it at the time I asked, but perhaps they've gotten so strong that there's no glossing over the subject any longer. Well, who knows? I got all excited thinking he had some kind of scheme in mind for them, but there's no doubt he's using their elemental spirits to neutralize the magical counts in them. One could never leave their guard down around the Demon Lord Rimuru. A scheme, Yuki thought, could easily be in play. He shrugged. True, Kagami said, and Shizue Izawa was an elementalist capable of wielding high-level flame elemental. So it is possible, then, to use spirits to take the failed heroes that weren't fully summoned correctly and utilize them for their intended purposes? This seemed to ring a bell within the jesters. Oh, is that what Leon was after? He seems to be collecting otherworlders from failed summonings. You think he could raise them into fighters? Ah, now I remember. Ifrit used to be in Leon's service too, wasn't he? Clayman ordered his armies to attack him several times, but Ifrit killed them all off. And now he's using the same method to create more elementalists like Shizu. Then perhaps he deserved to receive those classified goods after all. They excitedly talked amongst themselves. Footman may be right, thought Yuki, but that left a few things unexplained. The classified goods were, in fact, a group of children that had been subjected to failed summonings. Even now, in an undisclosed location, those summonings were taking place again and again. Within the Western nations, while Shizue Aizawa was never informed. More attempts, of course, meant more failures, and it was Damrata and his team in the Cerberus group that retrieved them. As they could never be allowed to become public knowledge, they were marked as test materials, but there was another purpose meant for them. That purpose was the Demon Lord Leon, and Leon's order was to gather otherworlder children under the age of 10. Is Leon trying to build more power for a war? That sounds convincing. But why not do that himself, then? And by the way, he's leaking new theoretical summoning techniques to the Eastern Empire and Western nations. Seems like he's got other goals in mind. Better keep an eye out. Yuki couldn't reach a conclusion quite yet. Thus, he was forced to stick with the pact Leon signed with them and keep up their current obligations. Yuki frowned as he gave the testers his orders. All right, I'll leave the negotiations with Leon to you. If you can determine whether he's trying to improve his armies or has some other purpose, try to figure it out. Misha is handling negotiations with the Rozos, so take the goods from her and get moving. Roger that, no problem. Yeah, I'll do my best. Very well. Kagami smirked at her enthusiastic group. Just don't get so excited that Leon figures out who you are. Listen, be careful as you can, okay? We don't have the capacity to take on Leon as well right now. The trio nodded at Yuki's reminder. Lapis and his cohorts were no fools. His trust placed in them, Yuki began to explain the details behind his plan. With the jesters given their orders, it was now Kagami's turn. She turned to Yuki, dour-faced. So what should I do? She was asking about the expedition into the ruins, but ruins was a misnomer. Really, it was a city that Kagami and her acquaintances knew well. Back when she was still the Demon Lord Kazalem, Kagami had constructed a defense system for a city that used the most advanced of magical techniques. That city was the so-called ancient city in question. Its name was Amrita. Sorry, what's up? Oh, sorry.
Just
Huh.
yeah,
What?
I was
What's up?
laughing at something. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Good. Like back when she was still like the Demon Lord Kagami had constructed like a defense system for her city and shit that would use like the most advanced of magical techniques. You get me? That city was was like the so-called ancient city in question. Its name was like Amrita or some shit. And unlike the surface zone protected by the system Adelman was a part of, Amrita used a combination of like a golem army and intricate Kazalim woven spells or some shit for its defense. Even Viola, the masterpiece Clayman crafted with the skills he inherited from Kazalim, was only slightly above average compared to like the golems guarding the ruins. Oh my god. I don't do it as well. Rich, you see me. Anyway. That ruin of Amrita, a ruin with such impervious magic or defense system housed. What's up? What did you find?
No, I was just reacting to yours, the chat and everything.
Good.
You noticed it. It's like, oh fuck, you got me. You gotta get out of here. You see, you gotta get out.
Oh my god.
You gotta get out of here before it's
It's
too late.
It's too late. The ruin of Amrita, a ruin with such an impervious defense system housed, in essence, the true hidden value of the puppet nation of Distav. Why were a bunch of ruins like Amrita guarded by such advanced defenses? To learn the answer, one has to go far back into the past. Long ago, a city of magic, once ruled by the elves during their heyday, fell thanks to their own foolishness, and after riling the anger of a non-demon lord, the dragon princess Milim, it was wiped off the face of the planet in a single night. These formed the ancient ruins that are now referred to as Soma. The surviving elves swore to rebuild Soma someday, but they never did. Unable to resist the violent rage of the Chaos Dragon, the most horrid of monsters born of their own hands, they were all but forced out of their homeland. The Chaos Dragon was a catastrophe-level threat, but not as powerful as one of the natural-born true dragons, but still nothing the elves could have ever handled. Thus, the surviving elves scattered across the land, each taking their own path. The unlearned peasant classes, lamenting their sudden misfortunes, relied upon the elven leader. Those with more strength and intelligence cleared out space to build their own nation. Some of them simply fled, blending into the background. Thus, thanks to only a small handful of people, the elves' glory days were over. Now the Dark Elves, accursed by their own sin, set out for new and distant lands, hoping to escape Milim's watchful eye. Kagali, the demon lord Kazalim, was among them. One of the few members of elven royalty to experience Milim's rage and live to tell the tale. Not a demon lord yet at the time, Kazalim built a city in the region he eventually found himself in, modeled after his homeland. It was his way to leave everything elven technology produced intact before it was gone forever. That city was Amrita, the capital of the puppet nation of Distav. Kagali shook her head, driving the memories from her mind. Amrita's defense system is still active. Can we use it to lure Rimuru into a trap? Based on their previous promise, Kagali would be joining him as they explore the ruins in Clayman's domain. If she was asked to direct Rimuru into an ambush, that would be simple for her. Besides, the only real threats in Kagali's mind were Milim and Veldora. If she caught Rimuru alone, she thought she'd be able to do away with him. She had no doubt she could activate the defense system at least. But Yuki didn't waste a moment to reply. That sounds like a neat idea, but you realize that Demon Lord Milim might be joining you, right? Well, I think we can work something out. If it's simply activating the system, I can do that without coming under suspicion. Kagali, or Kazalim, had already had a nation destroyed under her feet. Yuki worried about whether that still traumatized her, but she didn't seem to pay it much mind. She had transformed from an elf to a dark elf, then to Walking Dead and Demon Lord. Any hang-ups she had about Milim had been fully conquered in the midst of that. Did that mean Kagali thought she had a chance with her? No. It wasn't impossible so much as it was suicidal. Alright, in that case, have at it. I doubt it'll defeat him, but I was just thinking we needed some data on how well Rimuru can actually fight. You think he can handle all that? Oh, no doubt. So please don't do... Oh, no doubt. So please don't do anything that might reveal yourself, alright, Kagali? I know he's suspecting me, but right now, you're neither a friend nor a foe to him. Be careful that you don't give him any kind of information. I know, boss. They smiled at each other. Great. In that case, we'll all go make contact with Misha, and I'll stay here to keep preparing. So what will you do, boss? Me? I'm planning to contact Amrata and expand our bases of operation in the east. That way, if something happens, I can always flee over there. But first... Oh, so you are scheming something then. You're telling us to lie low, but you're out pulling who knows what. Yuki snickered. Nothing like that, Lapis. It's just, I'm thinking I should play whatever cards I have in my deck. I haven't given up on ruling the West, after all. He grinned. And then, as they sank into the darkness, the Magicborn quietly began to set their plans in motion. And that's the prologue. Chapter 1, a brisk labyrinth business. The Tempest Founders Festival had ended in a resounding success. Those hectic days of preparation and festivities were now a good 10 days in the past. Our VIP visitors, as well as the common folk who visited from neighboring countries, were already gone. The same was true of Fuse and the King of Bloomin. They had hurriedly made their departure, promising to discuss matters once they returned home. Gazel, the Dwarven King, had left in a similar rush to build the science and technology research team he was planning to send my way. Meanwhile, Amnesia, Emperor Thalion, was nice enough to purchase one of the lodging houses in the swankiest district in town, near our reception hall. She had a teleportation circle installed in one of its rooms, ensuring she could visit anytime she wanted. That's the rich for you. When they buy something, or they buy into something, they go all the way. I still remember the superiority-laden smile Amnesia gave the clearly jealous Gazel. Chances are he'll march right back to Dwargen and have their treasury authorize the cash to purchase one of our villas. Maybe I should be thanking Amnesia. Even better, she agreed to continue employing our local people working there, under the same conditions. Rigard was handling all the details, arranging for regular cleaning, meals when Amnesia was staying, and so forth. Of course I'll pay a visit. Or, of course, next time I pay a visit, I'll do so by transferring my consciousness into a homunculus. That might prevent me from enjoying myself to the fullest, but... Your Excellency, we cannot allow such selfishness. Once again, the mere fact that Almesia left her nation's boundaries sent shockwaves across Thalion. Not that it was any of my business, but in Errol's eyes, it must have been unbearable. Simply mobilizing the Magus, the top-level knight forces protecting Almesia, presented huge national defense concerns, apparently. I see. Would that apply to Ellen, too? Ellen, being Errol's daughter, was elven herself, although her ears were the regular, rounded human sort. No, Ellen can visit in person. Homunculi have their flaws, after all. Spending too long in one can have adverse effects in one's own body. That's her. No, Ellen can visit in person. Homunculi have their flaws, after all. Spending too long in one can have adverse effects upon one's own body. Your Excellency, please do not reveal state secrets such as this. As Omesia had let me know on the sly, Ellen had been using certain potions to change her appearance and travel the world unhindered. This alarmed Errol enough that he apparently assigned a small army to stay in the background and guard her unnoticed. By the way, it turned out that her companions, Cabal and Guido, were both Magus members too. Shocking, I know. So after all that whining about deploying the Magus outside the country, he assigns 2 of them to guard his own daughter? Errol's such an overprotective father. Really? But they didn't look like anything impressive to me. When I ran and analyzed and assessed on Cabal and Guido before, they seemed unremarkable in terms of strength, but when I asked about it, Errol just frowned. This is also confidential, but fair enough. Their abilities are actually being restricted by the magical rings on their fingers. The restraints are lifted only when Ellen is in truly, truly mortal danger. That was kind of a surprise. So Thalion's magical tech was a level beyond what Analyze and Assess told me? That said, my analysis skills back then were a far cry from the accuracy I enjoyed now. Maybe I'd noticed the concealment this time around. For that matter, maybe I should just stop resting on my laurels just because I analyzed something once. Next time I see those guys, they're definitely being scanned again. Please take good care of my daughter, then. Okay, see you later. With that, Almesia and her crew headed back for Thalion, riding a ship pulled by a Dragon Lord for protection. By comparison, the Demon Lord Luminous had it easy. With her vast magical force, she could cast spatial motion as much as she wanted, so she just poofed her way back home. Apparently, she'd contacted me later about the musician exchange we talked about. Hinata, meanwhile, was still in town, watching the kids study at our church and helping out with the battle training. Right now, we really had no suitable teacher for those children. Hinata had been busy keeping the peace in the western nations with her paladins, but now we'd be helping out with that, taking over the southern portions, and that opened some time in her schedule. If you like, would you mind helping the kids a little? I'm good with magic and everything, but I'm not so hot at teaching. Sure, this town's been added to my list of warp portal destinations, so I can watch them while I'm free. She gladly accepted the offer, and believe me, I was elated. I never had any intention of giving the children back, really. Now that I had my concerns about Yuki, I figured it'd be better to keep them away from the Kingdom of Inglacia for a bit. That's why I brought them over to Tempest, and luckily the festival was a good excuse for that. Their school transfer had already been arranged, which was a blessing in disguise since it was getting hard to provide much guidance for them in Inglacia's academy. Now that I had combined them with their elemental spirits, they had grown to be pretty darn strong. They were too much for any normal teacher, and it was about time they had a real instructor watching them. Yuki himself mentioned that paladins were a good match for spirits. I kind of inadvertently turned the conversation towards the spirits as we spoke, but looking back, he must have known about my plans from the start. I think I was intending to keep that a secret. That's the...
Report, you were keeping it a secret.
Yeah, I sure was. And my blabbing it seemed to have rankled Ralph Aiel a bit. I mean, come on, it was gonna come out either way. You're focusing on that too much. No need to get too worried about it. I was gonna say. Right, sorry.
Raphael angry.
don't make him angry. I'd already heard about some disquieting things about Yuki, but I blurted it out anyway. Maybe part of me really wanted to believe him, but I made him privy to things he didn't need to know about, and I regretted it now. I'd need to be more careful next time. Thus,
No,
I
he
would be
won't.
taking responsibility for the children's care. What's up?
He won't.
Yeah,
He always says he will, but he won't.
but he won't. Yep. Character flaws.
He never learns.
Chatterbox, 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 chatterbox.
Yeah.
Cheddar?
And
Chatter.
Chatterbox.
Chatter, not cheddar.
Cheddar.
Aw.
Both cheesy. Yeah.
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 I guess my
give-
jokes are a little too cheesy for this stream.
Gouda.
That's the most annoying thing. That's been the most
Full of
annoying thing
holes.
about Twitch is jumping on Twitch and seeing ads where Chester Cheeto was rapping.
Oh yeah. I've seen those, and it's like, but why?
It's
Any musical
Chester
ad pisses me
Cheeto.
off.
No. I don't mind musical ads. It's just like it's Chester Cheeto. Why is
Yeah,
he
it's like-
rapping?
We're going back to like the 1990s where everything was on a
Especially about-
skateboard.
Especially about flaming hot Cheetos. Like
Yeah,
of
see,
all
we're
the
going
things
back.
you can rap
Being
about,
cheesy.
that's not the
Jesus
thing
Christ.
to rap about. All right.
Anyway, thus I would be taking responsibility for the Cheetos care. Excuse me.
Okay, I
children's
think
care.
EC Voice. I think EC Voice should be out of timeout by now.
Yes, please come back.
Yeah, you should be out of timeout by.
And given
It's
the
like,
situation,
goddamn,
Hinata's
dude.
assistant was a
Can you
godsend.
not
Well,
talk
hold on.
about? Can
Yeah.
you not talk about rock type Pokemon and my penis? Like, come on, man. Find your
Yeah.
topics.
Come on, Geodude.
Fuck you.
Oh my lord.
Sorry.
You
Hey,
guys
you
didn't have
made
to
a pun
deal with
earlier
it.
and you did a right on this dick joke, so
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You got me really good earlier, so
Yeah, no,
Hold on.
he's been
Picking up.
fucking sending me some
There
DMs
he
on
is.
Discord too, so
right on this dick.
I can make a joke about Onyx, but I'm choosing to refrain from it because I don't think
That's
Richie
fair.
would appreciate it.
well, maybe
he
you could
doesn't.
send it to me in a message and I can steal it.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yes! Oh, that was such
Okay.
a good one.
No.
You're ground.
I'm proud of that.
You know what? I'll give
Fuck
you that one.
guys.
I'll
You're
actually give you
grounded and
that
not
one.
like
That
the
one's
type.
actually pretty good. You're still
You're-
grounded, but yeah.
You're grounded and not the type. You're bad.
Well,
We're
that
all
doesn't
bad.
bug me at all.
We're all in the corner.
Should we fire him?
I don't know. He
Fire
wasn't even.
type him?
He's not even. Okay. Which is debating on smacking us across the face.
Double slapping us.
It's not a debate. He's counting the days till he sees at least one of us again.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably me.
Mm. You okay, Richie?
He's just. He's just
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought because you were holding that pose for a while, so I thought my stream had ended or some shit. So I was like,
No,
He's
he's
locked.
just sitting there contemplating.
okay, because I thought something happened on his end or my end, and I was like, oh god, he's holding a pose. That means it's either broken or something's going on.
I know where some of you live.
Yeah, that's true.
Not me.
You don't know where
We
I
can
live.
find out.
You just know the state. Good luck.
I know
Well-
where Athens is. It's not that difficult.
Well, you don't know what part of
Athens.
Athens. It's a pretty big city.
It's not that big.
It's not. It's not.
You
You
got a
can't
lot
show
of
the
houses to
finger.
search through. Have fun.
Dude, you can't show the finger. He'll come over and chew on it. He knows. He
know.
knows what you look like in
It's-
real life.
It's not that difficult to look you up.
That's true.
Like just tomorrow,
Trained
Richie
in
sends you a
several-
picture of your house from the outside. It's like, I found you.
You can find your IP address.
Dude, I know your legal name and I have your phone number. That's all
So that's
I
at least
actually
two.
need. That's all I actually need for the CIA.
Do they still have the phone books and stuff? Is that still a thing?
Why would the
those, still a
CIA
thing
give you
anymore?
that information?
Because
Because
they're
I
the
have-
CIA.
Because I have friends in the CIA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
These aren't jokes I'm making. I have friends in the CIA.
Oh, that's cool.
Honestly, with you,
Well,
it
what
could
about
be
the
a
MIB?
50-50.
What about the MIB?
No,
If-
he would have
Yeah,
already
friends
forgotten
might
about
be
them.
too. That's true. Just clarifying.
They flashy thingied him.
It was a legitimate question,
It's
okay?
a legitimate question, yes.
Legitimate.
Anyway,
Yes. Anyway. Thus, I would be taking responsibility for the children's care, and given the situation, Hinata's assistance was a godsend. Through the festival, the kids had really taken a shine to Hinata, and I had no problem with her taking the job. Hinata as a teacher, huh? Huh? Or Hinata as a teacher, huh? Maybe I should join the class then. So I was seated alongside the rest of the kids as Hinata coldly glared at me. What are you doing here? Oh, just observing. Well, you're in the way. Go. Okay.
Aw.
And so I was unceremoniously kicked out of school. Real shame. In the midst of
Boy.
all this, we'd been all wrapped up from the festival for about a week's time. Well,
Just the walk of
I'm
shame as
surprised he was
walks
so
out.
compliant. I'm surprised he was so
So-
compliant. He's just like,
Well,
"Oh,
I
okay,
can't
fine."
watch you teaching and see how because it seems like it'd be fun for you. It's like, no, leave.
I mean, at least he was compliant. I feel like she would have done something. In the midst of all this, we've been all wrapped up from the festival for about a
You're
week's time.
teaching in my
Things-
city.
Hmm.
I'm literally observing to make sure.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Literally, you're teaching in my city.
It must
I
have been
am
a hell of a fucking
observing.
glance.
I am like straight up observing. These are also my
be
kids
fair,
as well.
I think
taught-
Rimaru's just afraid of Hinata.
Yeah, that's straight up it.
Hmm.
That's straight
He
up
is a bit
Yeah.
wishy-washy.
Hinata
Or maybe
could
he
be-
likes her.
Hinata could straight up be a bitch at times.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Rimuru can straight up be a bitch at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people can.
The time I got.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, EC, get no. Oh, you are going to get booted into the
That's
corner.
double-
You're gonna
and
get
double
hit by the
timeout.
hammer again, man.
you are going to be stapled to the wall in the corner.
You're
Run.
turning Richie into MC Hammer. There it is.
Yep, there he goes.
Say it with me, guys. Bang!
He did it. Well, in the midst of all this, we've been wrapped. Oh wait.
yeah.
Things were
Sorry.
calmer on the streets again. I guess so. Here too, I guess. The townspeople now had more time on their hands. So I decided to perform our test launch of the dungeon now that we had finished fine-tuning it. More than a few adventurers were excited about exploring it, and we had already gotten a large number of requests, and I wasn't about to disappoint them. It was the start of a busier time than ever for me.
So many
On the
dots.
first day of our dungeon's soft opening, problems erupted after only a few hours. It turned out the challengers were a lot more inept at tackling it than I thought. This was something I predicted when we first revealed the dungeon at the Founders Festival, hence why we lowered the difficulty level. But everyone was taking so much time advancing through the chambers, making me realize that something needed to be done soon. There were no traps. There were no traps in the first floor. Any naturally occurring monsters who might show up there were ranked F at the most. Little wimps with no real fighting skills. Creatures your average villager on the street could pummel. I designed it to help people get used to this labyrinth's atmosphere, so all it really contained were rooms with treasure chests and monsters guarding them. But I had already removed the traps from Mira's setup, so if you wanted to reach the next floor, you couldn't count on a handy pit trap taking you there. You needed to make a map. Even with everything involved, I figured the first floor could be conquered in a day of holding up in there at the most, no matter how slow you were. But in the past 3 days, the number of parties that made it to floor 2 was zip. Even Basson's team gave up after getting hopelessly lost on the first floor. They had already experienced just how big the labyrinth was, but I guess they didn't bother taking any measures against it. It was really just exasperating, but if anything, Basson was on the more decent side. Some of the parties were getting killed by the rank D monsters I had as room guardians. In fact, not some, a lot. The common theme was people lured by the treasure failing to notice the guardian creatures lining the rooms. I bet even the skeletal archers I had in there were surprised. They had all these adventurers sprinting towards the chest, giving them the chance to shoot them in the backs over and over again. We're talking a complete lack of fundamentals. No risk management, but at least those fools were smart enough to form groups. Because just when you think you've run into the biggest idiot, another one comes along to show you you're nowhere near rock bottom yet. Yes, some were even tackling the whole dungeon solo. That's beyond reckless and well into the realm of hopeless. You wouldn't encounter too many monsters on floor 1, as mentioned. Random encounters restricted to F ranks only. But even F rank monsters could be a threat if you had a big enough group of them, I guess. I mean, I wasn't entirely sure about that, but to them, they were a threat. Seriously, if you're tackling this solo, even finding a place to rest was a challenge. Nobody was keeping guard for you. You'd have no chance to get some shut-eye. Even an F-ranked adventurer wasn't completely helpless. And even an F ranker wasn't completely helpless. Some of them weren't shy about attacking sleeping humans, so letting your guard down spelled death. I wonder the solo requesters had some ingenious scheme to handle this, but no. I don't think they really thought it through at all. It was hopeless, and they were all whisked out of the dungeon without anything to show for it. Clearly, at this rate, they'd never be able to survive even the deeper levels. Floor 2 saw more random encounters in the corridors, including E-rank monsters. By the time you make it past floor 5, I think you'd be seeing D-rank even. If they're getting tripped up at this point, any D-ranked monster would have mangled them with one swipe. Among the more head-scratching cases were people who quit for the most pathetic of reasons. They had no food and got hungry. Save points were located on every 10th floor, and every 5th featured a safe monster-free zone with drinkable water. We also amply warned people to bring a decent supply of food with them, but no. The other adventurers must have looked at the example Basan set for their own preparations, but clearly that was not enough. Adventurers tend to be proud people, I suppose, and they definitely weren't into listening to instructions. A fair number of them didn't even bring any rations along. Maybe they felt safe knowing they could be resurrected, or maybe they overestimated their own strength. I don't know, but regardless, they couldn't find their way back to the exit, so no wonder they started starving.
That was
Clearly,
going
they
to
had
say,
it
so the
coming.
Vegeta, sort of.
Kinda. I mean, it's just a simple matter of being like, oh, this is fine. It's no worries. It's a living
It's
video
fine.
game.
I'm fine with this.
Stop.
I can do this easy.
Moon, it's
Yep.
your turn.
Woo! Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly they had it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I get it. I know people want to retrieve as much as they can from the treasure chests here, but if I was seriously intent on killing my challengers in the labyrinth, I don't think anyone would conquer it in 100 years. Still, most of this first wave of customers were broke bodyguards and mercenaries looking for a quick buck. None of them with much exploration experience. No need to panic yet, I thought, as I watched things unfold for 3 days. But in the end, not a single party made it to floor 5 safe zone. I could barely stand to watch. All the dots. We made money from their admission fees, at least, so it was no loss for us. But if this keeps up, it'll kill adventurers' enthusiasm, and we'll lose any shot at repeat traffic. I figured we needed to reevaluate things from the ground up. This was far beyond expectations. I just wanted to bury my head in my hands. So I called for an emergency conference. Yay! This consisted of Veldora, Ramirez, Masayuki as an observer, and me. I also invited Melamile as the main businessman behind the dungeon. Hold on, let me adjust. Okay. Once everyone was present, I spoke first. Well, it's been about 3 whole days since we opened the labyrinth, but I think it's safe to say the results have been unsatisfactory. Or really, just crap. If we want this to be any fun at all, I mean, if we want our user base to keep coming back to the labyrinth, I think we'll need to give them some guidance. The way things were going, I wasn't sure anyone would even reach floor 10. Everything about my plans for this place was in stasis. My conclusion, we needed to offer at least a little bit of strategic help for our users, or we'd never get anywhere. Let's see, who the f... Of course,
Oh,
it
someone
doesn't say.
redeemed Gottfried.
Okay.
God.
Indeed, Rimuru is right. At this point, I'd need to wait until the... No, oh. Indeed, Rimuru is right. At this point, I'd need to wait until the end of time for anyone to reach me. True, and I want people to see all my masterpieces below 450. I think people deserve some hints. Along those lines, Veldora and Ramirez were in agreement. Masayuki was still thinking, or really, just standing there confused. I guess he wasn't too sure why I called him here. The invite came kind of suddenly, so I couldn't blame him. But he was bound to get into the swing of things soon. I'll call on him then. I turned my eyes from him to Malamile,
Everybody
who looked
stretch.
pretty excited.
I did need that. Thank you.
Oh, that is actually. There we go.
Ah.
Yep. Good.
I turned my eyes from Malamile, who looked pretty excited about getting to meet Masayuki the hero. Maybe that's why he so eagerly spoke up once he noticed my gaze. May I offer my impressions? Malamile asked. Anything's welcome, I said. Give me your worst. He nodded. You mentioned offering hints, but I'd like us to approach that with a soft touch. It's still only been 3 days, and our challengers so far have all been from the lower ranks. We've asked the Free Guild to invite more seasoned adventurers for us, so I think we'll see more rated C and above from here on. You think that'll work out? I do. I have trouble figuring out Sir Yuki's motivations sometimes, but he's always true to his word. He's been sending magical communication to advertise to Free Guild offices worldwide on our behalf. Yeah, it'd benefit the guild too. Anything else? Yes, I've been using my own connections with other merchants. We've been reaching out to more talented bodyguards as well as their friends. According to the feedback I've received, we've had quite a good reaction so far. Relaying the news and gauging the results were both key. I had asked Soka, leader of Team Kurayami, to work with Malamile and help him on these fronts. The two of them had led the Labyrinth presentation together. Malamile was always good when dealing with people, and they had quickly broken the ice. I was glad to see there was no discrimination involved there. Soka's team was now following Malamile's instructions, and actually, Soe was as well. At the moment, Soe was tracking the movements of Duke Muse and the people around him. But when that didn't occupy him, he was meant to help advertise my nation a little. Now, rumors of the dungeon were spreading even to little country towns. Places not big enough for a free guild post. So, you don't think it'll be too late if we wait for some more talented challengers to travel here from afar? I have no idea who's...
Malamile.
Exactly. Okay, exactly. We've only just kicked this off. In my personal opinion, we shouldn't expect instant results. Better to settle down and focus on our long-term future. And once the noble ranks worldwide begin to invest in us, we can expect to see challengers ranked B and above before long. Malamile certainly sounded passionate. Masayuki gave him some appreciative nods, which made him visibly grin. He must have been bursting to show off to the hero. But he did have a point. Maybe all Veldora's and Ramirez's complaining was making me feel a needless sense of urgency. Even Basson's band was rated B as a team. With their current equipment... Basson! The individual members would rank about a C or C plus at best. Not exactly outstanding. Once we started seeing single party members ranked B or above, I figured they'd be used to Labyrinth work without too many hints. Money bought you safety in this maze, so even if we didn't walk them through every step, I'm sure they'd be able to figure things out through their own experiences. Right. Guess there's no need to panic then. The Labyrinth was generating a lot of interest. There were magic crystals as well as other materials to harvest from fallen monsters. A lot of people would enter the Labyrinth as a way to earn a little spending money, no doubt. And the nobility was even more eager to dive in, it seemed, including some very sensible ones who'd enlisted adventurers back home to go conquer the dungeon for them. Those kinds of adventurers wouldn't let greed steer them off course. They'd fully prepare, set up goals, and execute a plan of action. They'd be the minority for sure, but we figured their numbers would grow in time. So what should we do now? Veldora asked. We have a front desk set up in the first floor. Maybe we could offer some guided experiences, or whatever. Guided experiences, I said. Experiences? What do you mean by that? Ramirez, fuck! Wasn't the only confused-looking one.
I know, it's hard. It's hard.
It's so... I hate...
That was a good fuck, though.
Give me some names!
I know.
God!
Or just be like, what do you mean by that? Something.
For real!
You know?
I mean...
Like, have your name, like... So we have a front desk set up at the front door. Maybe we could offer some guidances or guide experience to Ramirez.
What do you think about that,
like
Ramirez? Like,
yeah, or something.
God.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's annoying, but anyway, go ahead. Sorry to cut in.
Yeah, I mean,
Ugh.
I explained. We could set up a training area that lets you test things out a little. Teach people about traps. Have them train in battle with monsters, those kinds of things. That's a lot more meaningful than just giving out tips, isn't it? I'd also like to set up a gym of sorts to help us train all the new Tempest recruits we've seen lately. It was impossible to get accidentally killed in the Labyrinth, so I think it'd be pretty useful to have. Then a rather unexpected person offered their agreement. In that case, maybe you could offer some courses in conquering the Labyrinth, too. It was Masayuki, nonchalantly chiming in. I looked at him surprised. Oh, should I not have butted in? No, you're fine. Well, good. This is a topic I could contribute to a little bit more, so I thought I'd speak up. He grinned. He was adapting faster than I thought, but then again, he always was bold like that. What kind of classes, though? Would we have a big band of adventurers sit down in our meeting hall? Setting up times to give a rundown on the labyrinth seemed worthwhile. You know, kind of like video game tutorials. Tutorials? What are those? It sounds like a desert. Is it good?
Dessert.
Dessert.
Oh,
Dessert.
wait.
Yeah.
Desert is
Hold
one.
on. I know how I...
One
yeah.
S, yeah.
I need to reread this, though.
You're.
Tutorials? What are those? It sounds like a dessert. Is it good? Because the names are after everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Veldora and Ramirez pounced on the unfamiliar word. I assumed Veldora had the vocabulary to know it, but maybe not. Languages in this world translated pretty well in my mind, but that auto-translate function only worked if both members of a conversation had a common understanding of the topic. If Veldora didn't know what it was, Ramirez certainly had no chance. So Masayuki and I had to explain the concept of a game tutorial. I was picturing something like an obstacle course. Yes, like Rimuru said, I think it's important you experience some of the basic moves you're expected to know before you enter the labyrinth. If we offer quick rundowns on the basics and divide it into missions, I think that'll help adventurers retain knowledge better.
Ninja warrior.
Yes.
Adventurers wouldn't gain much from legendary lectures. A training ground available to all wouldn't see a lot of use apart from the hard cores. So went Masayuki's logic, and why he thought a mission-based structure was a good idea. Before being admitted inside, challengers would get to complete a simple set of missions, ensuring they had the barest knowledge required to challenge the labyrinth. Anyone else play RuneScape? They're talking about Tutorial Island.
Yeah. I burned my first rat. Burned my shrimp. I burned all my shrimp when I played when I was a kid. I never passed
that.
Tutorial Island.
I
I couldn't go. And I quit.
Yeah, you could easily get stuck in that loop.
Literally,
Veldora
the Great Plateau on Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Yeah.
That's the tutorial section.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Veldora and Ramirez listened on, looking more and more convinced. Yes, that might just work. Hold on. Yeah, okay.
That worked.
Yes, that
Yeah.
might just work. For my part, allowing this cavalcade of fools to tumble in and die simply bores me. Nope, that is Veldora. Okay. Let us grant them a training area, so their skills can be at least somewhat up to snuff. Yeah, I think so too. Because if Milim saw this, she'd be so angry that she'd send all these challengers up into the clouds. They seemed all for it, and so did Malamau. And perhaps after this tutorial, we could offer them a line of Tempest brand weapons and armor to try their hand at. And if some challengers are facing more difficulty deeper down, a set of tougher missions could perhaps be of some benefit. This was some really helpful feedback. In fact, maybe we could even release a guidebook. It'd help advertise the town. It could be fun to have some qualified writer tackle that task for me.
Pretty much
Regardless.
strategy guide for it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Literally.
Purchase the
Literally.
strategy guide from me. $30 also tax. Here you go now.
Just wait. At some point in time, you know they're just gonna invent the game genie.
That's exactly. What would that look like? Just a copy of Rimuru? Just be like,
An
here, I'll
actual
get this for you
genie.
guys.
Be a literal genie.
Actually, that's what Rimuru has. He's basically got the living body of the game genie on him, so.
That's yeah.
Hitchhiker's
Just bribe
Guide to
her.
Dungeon Diving.
Or Game Shark. Ned's
Regardless.
declassified Rimuru survival guide. Sorry.
Who's
No,
the
it'd be
YouTuber
Rimuru's
about that?
Declassified
Who's the
dungeon
walkthrough
survival
guy about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Mm.
Regardless, this lack of labyrinth experience was killing our challengers' efficiency. Let's give them at least a few instruments to work with. Otherwise, we'd never find anyone capable of handling floor 50 and below, when the difficulty really started to ramp up. Plus, for people who really want to get serious, we could even offer a few experiences that get down to the nitty-gritty of dungeon survival. Of course, the real dungeon began at floor 50, and at First, we planned for Hinata's Crusaders to be our main customers for those levels. For now, at least, we couldn't expect much of anything from our adventurers, so Ramirez and Veldora would need to be content having the paladins to toy with. Thus, we decided to renovate Floor 1 into a general training area. I also made sure to provide a separate entrance and exit for our new soldiers in addition to the one for dungeon challengers. Yeah, okay.
Ramirez.
Yes, that does sound like a good idea. Right, I'll make it this instant. Ramirez was ready to start work, and since we were all in agreement, I was about to wrap up the meeting, but...
That's
Okay.
Masayuki.
Oh, wait a second, please. There's something else I've noticed. Masayuki spoke up again, his eyes sparkling. So, right now, the only inns and taverns are in the safe zones, right? Don't you think we ought to offer them on each floor instead? And it's kind of a pain if there's no toilets or anything. If you can connect different spaces together anyway. I think it'd be nice to set up a door near the stairways to each floor or something that leads to these facilities. Some adventurers aren't even bringing a sleeping bag with them. So even if you charged a premium, I think you'd get a lot of customers, you know? What? Is this kid a genius? And toilets, huh? I no longer had any need for them, so it completely slipped my mind. All this useful feedback was flooring me. I turned to Ramirez. She confidently nodded back. Yes, Masayuki, I'll take that advice too. Ah, Sir Masayuki, your observational skills astound me. Such insight. I'll get rid of the safe zones and set up a door leading to a rest stop near each stairway.
I realized something. It just dawned on me. Who would they, if they're gonna have a septic system in this dungeon, who are they gonna hire as the Tempest Dungeon's plumber?
Literally, it's Ramirez.
It's probably up to whoever kidding.
She sets all that up.
You're
it's
literally
just magic.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's just magic. Bullshit.
Yep, magic toilets.
Yeah. Oh, come on! I want to try to make fun of it a little bit. You could do magic, just completely stamp that out.
To be fair, they do composting here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just I never.
It all
thought
goes
about
into
it,
a room
but-
to be turned into fertilizer.
But now it's just funny because out of everything, we're in volume 10, and it's like, oh, Rimuru doesn't need to go to the bathroom. Cool. Today I learned.
Yeah.
I'm 10 volumes in, and
He's a
only now.
slime. He doesn't eat.
I know, but it's
doesn't
just
need to
No, he eats.
Well, no,
he
he
eats
eats.
everything.
He just converts it all to magicules. He doesn't need to poop.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
He
doesn't
saves
need-
everything from it.
Yeah. So
Have you seen Kirby poop? No, you haven't.
No,
no, that's true.
I don't even
Well,
think he
No,
only has
you
the
can't.
one hole. He has
You
the
can't.
one hole in his mouth.
He can't.
So-
He can't.
Yep,
He's the
yep.
portal.
Yep.
So anyway.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
hmm
It was kind of like setting up a vending machine selling toilet paper packets at high prices next to a train station bathroom that had no paper on hand. Unfair? Yes, but extremely effective. Masayuki's insight really was sensational. Well, I said with a smile, if you have any other thoughts in mind, don't be shy about sharing them. Masayuki pondered for a few moments, no doubt recalling all the video games he'd played. Could we maybe have a portable save point you can only use once? I was lucky enough to make it to floor 10, but now that you've removed the trap doors, I think it's taking a lot more time to reach that point. This isn't a game to the challengers, so I think the time commitment involved is making things a lot harder as well. Yes, that's fair too. I had to agree with him. The way things were, a journey to floor 10 would take several days. With his previous idea, we had stumbled upon the notion of making money off extended stays in the labyrinth. Maybe we should think more along those lines. Yes.
Yes, that child is onto something. I was thinking that very same thing. Humans are such fragile little creatures, so we need to offer a bit of a helping hand.
Veldora was the first to offer agreement. And who was the very person who designed this hellscape of a dungeon for fragile little humans anyway? Well, I could
Squishy
certainly set up
humans.
disposable save points, but wouldn't it be more profitable to have adventurers stay at inns? So implementation wasn't a problem, wasn't a problem. Man, whenever the topic turned toward money, Ramirez was sharp as a tack. I was surprised she had something useful to say.
Connery.
Yeah.
It's
My bait.
okay.
Sean
I'll take a second.
Yeah.
Sean.
No, Lady Ramirez, not necessarily.
That's Molly
Er,
Mile.
Thought so. Okay.
No, Lady Ramirez, not necessarily. We should actually price them on the high side. If they don't have any pressing business, they can always stay at an inn. But I think a lot of people would need to regularly report back to their patrons or whatever. That, and I think some people would want to carry them around as extra insurance in case something unexpected happens in the labyrinth. It could help sell our return whistles as well. Mollamile was keen on this too. I think he sensed a business opportunity.
Yeah.
And he was right. You could use them in many different ways. If you are spending several days in the labyrinth at once, you may want to know what's going on outside. Plus, the idea was to attract mercenaries hired by the nobility going forward, and they may need to file regular reports with their bosses. And also,
In my case, my companions beat him pretty easily for me, but the save point on the 10th floor is protected by a powerful monster, right? I think a lot of people would want to use a save point before they challenge that guy.
I nodded deeply at Masayuki. To a gamer, saving before you tackle a boss, or a floor guardian in this case, was common sense.
Shaving you shit.
I recall. Yes.
Shaver.
It's one of my favorite
have
things.
all your hair.
Suffering succotash.
It's like dangerously close to Goofy.
You
Very,
shaved
very,
me
very
yet
close to
again,
Goofy.
baby shield, but you
Baby Shield.
have all your hair.
I think it's because I
These
don't have
swords
the
are
right
hard
mouth
to fight
shape.
in a librarian's miniskirt.
I recall
Jesus.
moments
What
when
the
I
fuck you
skipped
looking
the
at?
vital
There you go.
step before the final boss, only to lose several hours worth of play. Sad accidents like that can be laughed away because it's only a game, but how frustrating would it be if that happened in
Day
real
is
life?
mine. Oh God.
Right, I said. Thinking about it, maybe we're being a little too unkind.
Dr.
Veldor and Ramirez nodded their agreement at me.
Dr. Evil.
Boy, right. Your name was Masayuki. The advice you provided is quite helpful, yes.
Yeah, I'm really amazed. You sure are an otherworlder, aren't you? Just like Rimuru. It's going to be great working with you, Masayuki. Somewhere along the line, Masayuki had been accepted accepted as a peer. Now, there's no need to spoil anyone past floor 50. There's no need to spoil anyone past floor 50. I don't think. But in the floors that won't entertain too many veteran adventurers, I think it'd be a good idea to at least go a little easy. And now Masayuki was advising them as a full-fledged labyrinth administrator. That adaptability is probably his greatest asset of all, I think. And I had no objections to his take. All right, so let's set up the rest stop before the stairway on each floor. When you reach it, you can pay a fee or something to gain access to part of floor 95.
And we'll set up an inn and tavern down there.
Right. I'm not going to open up the Elven Lounge to the general public. That's still members only. But we could easily set up something similar for adventurers. And don't forget, we'll charge a premium for it.
I understand. Believe me, I do.
Someone redeemed Dr. Evil. It's their first redemption, too.
Congratulations. As a rule, prices are high in tourist sites. There's a soda and coffee vending machine at the summit of Mount Fuji. But you're gonna be paying the equivalent of $5 for a soda. There's nothing like eating a cheap box lunch at the peak. But while something like that's never gonna be gourmet cuisine, if you purchase it on the mountain itself,
Went sharks with
you
freaking
can't-
laser beams on their freaking heads.
that's all I'm asking for, people.
I mean,
Sharks
come
with frickin'
on.
lasers on their frickin' heads.
That's all we want.
And 1 billion, jillion,
$1 billion.
jabba-gabba-dillion.
Is it so much to ask for? I mean, really. It's not a high number.
Just with a whole bag of with your name on it.
Yep.
Okay. A whole bag of
www.com.
Just a whole bag of
Yeah.
shim with your name on it.
Okay,
Well, back to
but
shit.
something
A whole bag of
if you
shim.
purchase right in itself, you can bet it's gonna go for 4-star restaurant prices. So it's a given that the facilities inside the labyrinth will be pricier than their equivalents outside.
Someone redeemed.
They're kind of underselling it a little
Yeah,
bit. It
then
should
we
be
have-
5-star.
Then we have ASMR, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now the little town we had glowing on floor 95 would be more useful than ever. But can you really?
But can you really craft disposable save points like that, Ramirez?
Absolutely, no problem there. Easy peasy. There are these things called recording crystals, and they're fine for disposable use. The item Ramirez produced was actually quite handy. You could use it anywhere in the labyrinth, and it worked exactly like a regular save point. Add yourself a recording crystal, and the next time you die, you'll be able to restart from where you saved. If you use a return whistle to exit the dungeon, the next time you go in, you'll pick things up from the recording crystal. That held true even if the structure of the labyrinth itself changes. You wouldn't reappear in the exact same location, but you'd get transported to the nearest safe place, kind of.
What was that, boy? I can't hear you from up there. Speak up.
Sorry.
Like a foot and a half taller.
Oh, I'm having too much fun. Okay,
ASMR does weird things to my body.
It's the
in my
Broly.
ears.
It's Broly and Vegeta all over again. Like
No,
a
it's
foot
not
and a half
bad things,
taller
but I was just
than
like,
you,
oh
but
god.
okay.
Oh my god.
More.
We can sell
Good.
those at high prices too, indeed.
Well, actually, I'd like to distribute those a little more widely.
How about we mix them in with the rare items and treasure? And treasure chests.
The discussion was humming now.
Now I have more to look forward to!
Oh, I wouldn't expect anything to change too quickly, but I do think we'll see fewer challenges give up. Even Veldora and Masayuki were excitedly joining in. This was working out well. We were tackling our problems, addressing them, and debating together to come up with solutions.
And that's where we're gonna call it.
Cool.
Yeah. That's a good stopping point for us. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's getting kind of at that point.
Yes. Yeah, and I got work tomorrow. But,
Hey,
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
do you think I should go into the ASMR business?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you should definitely do
yes.
that.
Good to know.
Putting me
Yes.
kinda to
Do it again. Do it again.
Yes, Daddy.
Do you
Yes.
think I should go into the ASMR business?
God damn it, Edgar! Edgar, you can't co-sign for him like that. No.
Yes, he
Edgar,
can! That is
no,
my friend, and
Edgar,
you hush!
If you continue
He
to
can
do that
co-sign
stuff,
for
I'm
me
going
all
to
he
beat you over the
wants.
head with your own
Fuck yeah.
spinal cord. Then I'm going to proceed to rip out of your back.
How's that?
Speaking softly enough.
That's pretty good.
You need to bring your voice down just a little lower.
You
Almost
speak
like
up a little bit. It's kind of hard to hear you.
So here's the thing. The ASMR. All right. So tune in tomorrow.
You're not adding enough.
Tune in tomorrow as we make him read creepypastas in ASMR.
I would do
really
that!
good
I
voice
would
for that.
totally do
Yes.
that!
Ooh.
He does have,
I would
he
go
does have
through
a really good.
the whole SCP list reading as an
Yeah.
ASMR fuck. I would do
Yeah,
that.
was
that'd
the-
be easy. He'd just be.
What was
he's just
the one
like,
that creepypasta with
See, here's the funny thing.
yeah.
I say that.
What was that?
Totally not gonna be here for that. I'm streaming my own shit. So
You are
Yeah.
fine. Look, I can't even do that tomorrow if I wanted to, but I am actually
we have
working on content for my YouTube channel, and that's going to be something I'm going to do thanks to you. ASMR Creepypasta by Moonlight
See-
Sparks.
yeah.
Let's
Well,
go.
you gotta add like sound effects. Like, okay, guys, I'm doing a card drawing. Oh, what's that?
Foley
It's
is
a swat.
easy enough.
It's a reverse Haloswana.
Oh shit, it's the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
It's not even a blue eyes. You fucking. Sorry.
It's not even the same
You just
game.
break
I know.
character. You just break character and get really pissed off on your ASMR stream.
You just tried it.
I want all of you guys to just listen to the sound of my voice and
All
realize
right, guys.
Hang on, hold on.
Magic
Hold
the
on.
Gathering set, and
Fuck! Where's the mythic?
Guys.
I like that.
Hold on. I want to do what?
I like that. That's good.
Fucking-
Lego instructions. Hold on. What's a good one?
Quiet.
What's a good one?
Let's play.
Let's play.
Yeah. All I can think
Just
about
call
is
people-
the Markiplier Happy Wheels.
Oh, yeah, I
Let's
remember
play.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eat it.
I wanted
also
to
have
do an
a-
SMR thing, but I'm laughing too much. I can't get into the voice.
Let's
I just imagined him
Welcome.
doing. There's one where it's like,
Hello, everybody.
Let's
We're
play.
going to do some Pokemon Color drawing.
An
Okay.
I'm gonna
odd-
check these cards out and see if we get a
Um,
super rare
guys,
today.
if you'll just excuse me
It's
for a
not
second,
even
I have
fucking
to-
Yu-Gi-Oh card. Why am I getting that?
Jesus motherfucking Christ.
Fuck!
This is simultaneously activating something in me, and then also like, kind of like, oh god,
I'm sorry
this is gonna
about
get
that.
loud.
Jesus Christ.
Jesse, the
Motherfucker,
guy is
shit
doing a
this.
Pokemon card drawing, and then one of the cards, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like, what the?
A dramatic,
Fuck
yes,
that.
yes, a dramatic reenactment of a slime episode, but entirely in ASMR. Yes.
Just like, oh, what's that?
Rich, you know what you gotta do?
Chelsea.
You gotta ask Tony to have everyone who did like
Yeah.
episode whatever.
But like we
Like,
have to
have 'em
change
redo-
everybody's characters, everybody's
And have 'em do 'em in
characters change
SMR.
around, so yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Oh.
suddenly, so
Can
suddenly.
I be the racist lizard again? I'll sell propane and ASMR.
Marty doesn't
Whatever the
approve
hell
of
that's
that.
supposed to be.
ASMR
Marty does
and
not
AM
approve of that.
You know what?
Oh,
You know
God
what?
dang it, Marty.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? A lizard who is into masochism is an aficionado of
Huh.
propane and propane accessories.
I've always made the joke whenever I hear that, I always make the
Ah,
joke
yeah,
instead of it being
propane.
propane and propane accessories,
Propane
it's always cocaine and cocaine accessories.
Yep. Oh, it's
Now, why would
being
anyone
reminded.
want to do cocaine when you could get the same rush from mowing the lawn?
using a
I don't
propane
know, man.
mower.
I want some Coke toast.
Good. Bringing me in it. Yeah. It's like, this whole
some
end
Coke
of this
toast.
stream is like activating my brain.
I didn't
You're
get
like
to
it a
read,
lot.
so I gotta do
I like
something.
it a lot. You have a really good voice for ASMR, so it's like, God.
Read
Come on,
Lego
Marty.
instructions in ASMR.
No. The beautiful part is for the slime ASMR stream.
Neural
Everybody-
activation.
Everybody is quiet except
Mhm.
for Shim.
Yep.
Except for Shim, because
He's just
Soe
off in the corner, and we just hear.
except for Shim, because Soe has to shout. Soe has to
Yeah.
shout all his
That makes
dialogue.
Every one of his lines is so
Just
Like Soe's
Isn't that
dialogue
right,
is
Soe?
yelled. It's like, yes, Lord Reaver. It's like, goddamn.
my lord!
Soe is just replaced by fucking what's his name? Gilbert Godfrey.
Soe is literally
Lord Reamer.
Soe is literally the Reegard of the group. He's just like,
Sticky steel thread. No.
Or he's so quiet, you might as well just like, what?
okay,
What
okay,
are you saying?
so-
What? Could you speak up?
Like, you add those
Okay,
lines
so really
in.
quickly. Just really quickly,
Yes,
everybody. Just quickly.
What? What did you say?
I need to
What?
tell you.
What is Zoe saying? What is he saying? Zoe, speak up, man.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to tell you something really quickly.
What's up?
Very, very important.
What's up? Yeah, what's up?
Spooky, scary skeletons
There he is, skeletons.
send shivers
Shivers
down
your spine.
Ooh.
Shrieking skulls. I forgot the rest of the line.
Your
Will
shriek
shock
with
your
such
soul.
a fright.
Will shock yours.
Seal your doom tonight.
There you go. I didn't.
We're
go.
so sorry, skeletons.
No,
You're
no,
so
you don't-
misunderstood.
You don't have to do.
You
the
just
rest
want
of
to
the
Your
story.
socialize.
you'll shriek from such a
but I don't
fright.
think we should.
You know, I
Yeah.
can just mute you guys. Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
Afraid of the
That's
big
fine.
bad
I'm just
wolf.
gonna Pokemon card it up.
Okay. Well,
That's a Yu-Gi-Oh
la-
card.
la- ladies,
Shut
and,
Shut up! They don't know.
ladies and gentlemen,
That's a
thank you.
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming
Yeah.
and checking out
Thank you.
the stream tonight.
Uh,
Really appreciate it.
So
To
much
all
fun.
of
We
you
have
for
fun
coming by.
here.
We have fun here. It's a damn good time. We really,
Yeah.
really
Oh,
do
yes.
appreciate it.
Mhm.
Speaking of appreciating it, when you guys come by and hang out, I will be streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm going to be trying to stream on weekdays at 6 p.m. more often. I've got other stuff going on. I cannot do the GOAT streams. I know you guys want me to do the GOAT streams. And for those who are new and don't know what I'm talking about, the Jedi GOAT streams. I cannot do
Jesus
the GOAT
Christ.
streams. Yeah, it's how they started. Cannot do Jedi Fallen Order because EA is doing some dumb bullshit.
Fuck EA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
the EA
Oh, so you
app.
want to be able to do the new game then? at this rate?
I don't know. Something's going on with the
Oh.
EA app with Steam at the moment, and Steam and the EA app are not working well together. Until we can find a solution for that shit, I cannot play that shit. So,
I mean, I guess you could pirate the game, but when you buy it, so you still support the official
I
release. just that's
don't
the
know.
reason.
Here's the thing: I'm not even 100% sure if I can even play the Mass Effect Legendary Edition at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have to worry about that
Yeah.
too.
So, we're gonna find out. That's the thing. We're gonna find out what's going on because they went from Origin to the EA app, and ever since they
That is
switched
true.
over to
Oh
the
yeah,
EA app,
'cause-
ever since they swapped from Origin to the EA app, nothing that you purchased on Steam is working properly. So we're gonna try
because
and
they all
find
make
that
you go
stuff
through
out.
Origin or EA.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I've got some Destiny stuff, but I am trying to play some other stuff. I do still have Cyberpunk, and I've got some Ori stuff that I might play. But yeah, there's a link to my channel. I am going to be
Night
playing
City
some
you can
Destiny.
become.
I haven't actually gone through and finished the story for the prologue, and I need to do that. Once I do finish the story for the prologue, though, holy shit, because I've done all the missions and stuff that are available to do in the prologue, and I'm already level 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically can hack into and kill and just fuck up basically anybody that I want to pretty easily. I am set up I am basically set up like the assassin chick from Night City Edge Runners.
Oh,
The one that David
That's
how do you
awesome.
get back into
the
that?
one that
Oh,
David
you're
falls in
talking
love
about,
with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
what's her
Yeah,
name?
her. I'm
I
built.
really
Lucy,
want to
Lucy.
stay
It's
at
Lucy.
your
I'm-
house.
Lucy.
I'm
She's
literally
so
I'm literally running a Lucy build. That
She
is what
fine,
I'm
though.
running right now. I'm a level 20 Lucy build at the moment.
Mhm.
I need to make a Rebecca build.
There you go.
I need that in my life.
There you
I
go.
don't really know what I build I would do for Cyberpunk. I haven't played enough of it to really decide. I need to finish Witcher 3 first, to be fair, because all my friends are like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do
I
that?"
have Witcher 3, but I haven't installed it on Steam yet. So
It's a long game. So.
I have Witchers
Can I
1
do
and
something
2
else with
and
Rebecca?
3. I want to play through all of 1 and 2, but oh
Yes.
my
I mean,
god, it's
It's a long time.
no,
It's
you can't.
so
you can't do
much.
something else with Rebecca, Edgar, because your name isn't David.
Oh, that's true.
That's why she only
But
has.
Moon, I try to go through.
She
one,
only
man.
has thighs for David.
she's definitely got thighs for days
True.
though.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like,
yeah.
"Oh, but she's a lot," and I'm like, "No.
No,
She's just a very thin
canonically,
and
No,
small
she's
woman.
cute.
Fuck you, right?
She's a
She
very
only
thin
wants
and
David's
small
cock.
woman. Thin
There you
and
go.
small women exist.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
but guys, thank you so much. Hope to see
Mhm.
you all tomorrow if you're checking out my stuff. That's at
Yeah.
6 p.m. Central Time. So if you swing by,
Yes.
I will be playing some Destiny. You guys want to hang out
He's right, you know.
over on my channel? Yeah.
He's out of line, but he's rat.
Mm.
No.
Oh my god.
Not even.
I'm talking about what
Not
Edgar
really
said.
even.
Remember, petite don't mean lolly.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Okay,
That
no,
having
you know, I
been
take that
said-
back.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Mm.
That having been said, I'll see you guys later. And if any of these fine gentlemen are streaming on their own channels,
I wish.
yeah, man.
Not
Not
gotcha.
yet.
If I have
Eventually,
the internet
if
for
I can
streaming,
somehow stop doing my Amazon junk, then maybe.
Mhm.
I need a way to make
I
money.
just have to read up on it and do
I'm
it.
still waiting on
Really,
a whole
I
bunch
got
of
Mike
other
and everything,
stuff.
Mhm.
I'm still waiting on like a whole bunch of other stuff to come through for VA
Mhm.
disability stuff.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, my secondary job outside of Fat Dog is streamer content.
Mhm.
Yep.
Streaming content. So that's
Yep.
what
This
I'm
is your
doing.
full-time job.
That's basically it.
Hashtag content.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. And
Yep.
Bye, guys. Thank you for coming.
coming by. Take care.
Bye.
I think we
I'm
might
thinking,
be
wait a minute.
doing Anime Church this weekend.
Yes, we should be. I am set up for it. I'm ready to go.
All right.
And we have some interesting topics.
Yeah, we do. We do. Ash Ketchum's dad was teased in the most recent.
Oh, that's
episode.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're
apparently-
gonna
getting
talk a little bit about that.
We're getting a real look at Mr. Mime.
No,
It's
that
Lieutenant
was
Surge,
not.
dude.
Ash
Lieutenant
Ketchum's
Surge.
dad was confirmed human.
Also, it's Lieutenant.
Oh,
Surge.
Finally.
Professor Oak.
No,
Oh,
not
with the
Oak.
maybe his
Thunderbolt.
grandpa.
Not Oak. Not Oak.
So it's Lieutenant Surge.
No, actually,
Why not?
no.
He's gonna Raichu, and he goes, "Hit him with the thunder punch,
All
Raichu."
right. Anyway, talk to you guys
Maybe
later.
the
Bye.
boss of Team Rocket, whatever.
Bye, guys.
Bye.